नमस्ते विद्यार्थी मित्र मैत्रिणींनो, आपल्या एनडीएतल्या ऑनगोइंग सिरीज मध्ये टुडे वी आर गोइंग टू सी the pattern of NDA exam. Means there are two papers. One paper is devoted or dedicated to mathematics only from 11th and 12th syllabus. There are 120 questions for 300 marks and time is 2 hours and 30 minutes. And there is another paper of general mental ability. There will be 120 questions for, there will be 150 questions for 600 marks. And we will be discussing briefly about the question paper of September 2025. Means the exam took place in last month. We are going to discuss, or we are going to see the number of topics or number of syllabus points from where they are asking the questions. First 3 to 4 slides will be for mathematics, and last 2 slides will be general mental ability. And in that general mental ability, how much questions will be for English, physics, chemistry, biology, history, geography, polity, economy, and current affairs. We will discuss the subjects or number of questions from particular subject in later session. Today we are going to see only in short from where these questions are coming from your defined syllabus. And this PPT will be shared in the description box after completion of the session. In NDA 2025 exam, there are from mathematics section, there were questions from the topics which are mentioned below. There were questions from algebra. Also, there were questions from matrices and determinants. There were questions from trigonometry as well as analytical geometry. Differential calculus was there. Integral calculus was there. Vector algebra and statistics and probability. In next few days, we will be starting our math sessions for NDA exam. There will be 2 sessions every week. There will be very experienced faculty coming to take these sessions. Mr. Vani sir, who worked with mathematics subject for engineering entrance and your state board books of mathematics of 11th and 12th from last 30 to 35 years. He is very experienced. Next, we will be taking the chapter wise weightage of 2025 exam. For algebra, there was weightage was 25 to 30% and 50 to 60 marks. Or weightage means percentage means number of questions being asked from here. For matrices, it was 15 to 20 questions and marks were 30 to 40 marks. For trigonometry, you could see different weightage. For analytical geometry, different calculus, and integral calculus, vector algebra, and statistics and probability. You could see the weightage of questions was going down, and here marks was going up. Means all students should focus on this portion mainly: algebra, matrices, determinants, as well as trigonometry and analytical geometry. But students should not ignore this portion, which is differential calculus, integral calculus, vector algebra, and statistics and probability. You could see through this diagram, we have tried to depict the actual weightage of the questions for NDA Mathematics. Most of the questions were from this section: statistics, vector algebra, and matrices, trigonometry. You could see there is some less percentage coming from, less than 10% is coming for integral calculus, differential calculus, and analytical geometry. You could take a screenshot, or we are sharing this document for your reference. Next, there were questions, the means from algebra topic, there were questions for polynomial or simultaneous linear equations, as well as factorization. From matrices and determinants, there were questions from matrix operations, determinants, as well as applications in linear equations. Next, from trigonometry, there were questions from trigonometric ratios, trigonometric identities, applications in triangles. In analytical geometry, questions were from equations of lines, equations of circle, geometric properties, as well as in differential calculus, questions were from limits and continuity, derivatives, applications in maxima and minima. Next, from integral calculus, you can see definite and indefinite integrals, applications in area and volume, as well as vector operations. From vector algebra, there were questions from vector operations, scalar and vector products, as well as applications in geometry and physics. In statistics and probability, measures of central tendency, as well as probability and distributions. In third, permutations and combinations. Some questions were there. Next, you could see very briefly in NDA exam 2014, there were two NDA exams. First exams, every year there will be exam in April and September, 2 times a year. You could see these are the topics and number of questions were asked from these topics. These are the topics and number of questions being asked. Means you could see that most of the questions are being asked from sets, relations, functions. Means total 14 questions were from permutation, combination, set. Here 3D geometry, quadratic equation, cube roots, and as well as in vector section there were 6 questions and many questions, means total 8 questions were asked from differentiation and its applications. Means you have to consider these points while emphasizing your preparation. Next, we are going to see the questions which were asked in NDA paper 2 general ability test, subject wise test. Means how many questions being asked from total 150 questions for 600 marks. For English portion, they were asking 50 questions total for 200 marks. In this 50 questions, there were questions on spotting errors, synonyms, idioms. In the evening or tomorrow, I will be taking 50 questions which were asked in September 2025 NDA second examination. From general knowledge, means for English 200 and for general knowledge this was for 400 marks in total, and total questions will be 100 questions, 100 marks, 400. From physics there are 21 to 25 questions for 100 marks. Means you have to emphasize physics because for 200 marks English is there, for 100 marks you are having physics. For chemistry it is 60 marks and 15 to 19 questions. From general science, very briefly, means here they will be asking some questions from biology, means botany and zoology, and other common sense type of questions, everyday common sense questions which won't be needing any special study. Means your 9, 10th, 11th, 12th, that science portion apart from physics and chemistry, they are asking 40, means 10 to 12 questions, 40 marks. For history, it is very crucial. There are marks are devoted for 18 marks. Total marks are 18. 12 to 16 questions are from history, and most of the history is Indian history and national movement. Means for national movement means 1885, means when our freedom struggle started when Indian National Congress was formed in 1885 AD. From there onwards means last 150 years you have to study till independence. From means when there was a formation of Congress and different political parties, and when British government started negotiating our Indian independence with our leaders, Indian National Congress and different parties. From there, most of the questions will be there. From geography section, there will be 80 marks for 15 to 19 questions, and there will be a question on current events. Current events questions will be 10 to 14, and total 14 marks will be there. I will be taking the portion from history, geography and current events, and our subject experts, other experts, Manish Zondare will be taking physics, chemistry and general science, and English. I will take English very briefly, previous year questions. After that, we will go in deep, and some other faculty will be taking this English portion. Then I would like to tell you how much questions from English. English, for English there will be 50 questions for 200 marks. In those 50 questions, look at the breakage, how these questions are distributed. For spotting errors, there will be 10 to 12 questions. For synonym, antonym, म्हणजे समानार्थी शब्द, विरुद्धार्थी शब्द, there will be 6 to 8 questions. Spotting errors म्हणजे तुम्हाला चुका काढायच्या आहे वाक्यातले. ABCD एक मोठं वाक्य देतात, ABCD, त्याच्यामध्ये चुका शोधायच्या आहे तुम्हाला. इडियम्स अँड फ्रेजेस म्हणजे या म्हणी आणि वाक्प्रचारला तुम्हाला 5 ते 6 प्रश्न आहेत. फिल इन द ब्लँक्स, रिकाम्या जागा भरा, 8 ते 10 प्रश्न. त्याच्यानंतर ऑर्डरिंग ऑफ वर्ड्स अँड सेंटेन्सेस म्हणजे वर्ड्स अँड सेंटेन्सेस विल बी गिवन, and there will be, you have to order ABCD, one pattern will be there, and you have to sequence it like B C A D or D A C B, like that. Comprehension, there will be a passage, and from passage number of questions out of that passage will be asked below the passage. 6 to 8 questions there will be at least 2 passages will be there for comprehension. There will be closed test. For closed test they will be giving 5 to 6. We will briefly see what is closed test. This is very easy part. After some practice you will be able to take and solve these questions. Tonight or tomorrow morning or afternoon, I will be taking this 50 previous year question on this channel. Thank you very much.